Yes. So Super Kings Academy la vandu Super Kings Academy vandu idu vandu inga Tamil Nadu la vandu 6th academy. Abroad la UK la US la oru academies irukku. இந்த அகாடமிஸ் பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் வந்துட்டு நான் ஏற்கனவே சொன்ன மாதிரி 3 இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் விஷயம் பண்றோம் இந்த அகாடமிஸ்ல. இதுல வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து நல்ல இன்ஃப்ராஸ்ட்ரக்சர் வந்து டர்ஃப் விக்கெட்ஸ், இன்ஃப்ராஸ்ட்ரக்சர்ல டர்ஃப் விக்கெட்ஸ் ரொம்ப முக்கியமான ஒரு விஷயம். அது தவிர மேட்டிங் விக்கெட்ஸ் அண்ட் ஆஸ்ட்ரோ டர்ஃப் விக்கெட்ஸ் இருக்கு. நெக்ஸ்ட் வந்துட்டு குவாலிட்டி கோச்சிங் மெத்தட்ஸ் எல்லா அகாடமிஸ்லயும் ஒரே மாதிரி கோச்சிங் மெத்தட்ஸ் இருக்கும். ஸோ ஒரே மெத்தட்ஸ் எவ்ரி வீக் வந்துட்டு எல்லா அகாடமிஸ்லயும் ஒரே மாதிரி கோச்சிங்கை வந்துட்டு கொடுக்குறோம். ஸோ அதில் வந்துட்டு நல்ல குவாலிட்டி மெயின்டைன் பண்ணோம். பேட்டிங், பவுலிங், ஃபீல்டிங் டெக்னிக்ஸ் எல்லாம் சொல்லிக் கொடுப்போம். அடுத்த 3வது வந்துட்டு ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் கிரியேட் பண்றோம். இப்போ நல்லா விளையாடுற பாய்ஸ்க்கு வந்துட்டு அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு பாத்வே கிரியேட் பண்ணி கொடுக்கணும். நல்லா விளையாடுற பாய்ஸ் அங்கிருந்து லீக் கிரிக்கெட் ஆடுவாங்க, ஸ்டேட் கிரிக்கெட் ஆடுவாங்க, ஸ்டேட் ஏஜ் குரூப் கிரிக்கெட் ஆடுவாங்க. அது வழியா வந்துட்டு ஃபைனலா வந்துட்டு அவங்களுக்கு வந்துட்டு ஒரு ஐபிஎல் இந்தியன் டீம் ஆடுற ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ், ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸ் கிரிக்கெட்ல இருந்து ஐபிஎல் இந்தியன் டீமுக்கு ஆடுற ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் வரைக்கும் வந்துட்டு அவங்க நல்லா விளையாடினா அவங்க போகலாம். அதே மாதிரி வந்துட்டு இப்போ ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டண்டா இருக்கிற விஷயம் என்னன்னா கேர்ள்ஸ் கிரிக்கெட். விமன்ஸ் கிரிக்கெட் வந்து நல்லா பிக்கப் ஆகுது. இப்போ WPL வேற வந்துடுச்சு. அதுல வந்துட்டு இப்போ விமன்ஸ் கிரிக்கெட் வந்து ரொம்ப வந்துட்டு எல்லாரும் சீரியஸா ஆடுறாங்க. நிறைய கேர்ள்ஸ் ரொம்ப சீரியஸா கிரிக்கெட் ஆடுறாங்க. வெளியூர்ல வந்துட்டு நிறைய கேர்ள்ஸ் இங்க வந்து பிராக்டிஸ்க்கு கூட வராங்க. அந்த அளவுக்கு கேர்ள்ஸ் கிரிக்கெட் இஸ் பிக்கிங் அப் WPLனால. அது ஒரு WPL ஒரு ரீசன். அதுக்கு முன்னாடில இருந்தே நிறைய கேர்ள்ஸ் கிரிக்கெட்டுக்கு நிறைய இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் காட்டுறாங்க எல்லாருமே. ஸோ கேர்ள்ஸ் கிரிக்கெட்ல நான் ரொம்ப பர்டிகுலரா இருக்கும். அரௌண்ட் 70 ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் இருக்காங்க டோட்டலா எங்க அகாடமில. 70 கேர்ள்ஸ் இருக்காங்க. ஆக்சுவலா எவ்ரிடே அந்த நம்பர் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகிட்டே இருக்கு. நிறைய கேர்ள்ஸ் வந்து ஜாயின் பண்றாங்க. கோயம்புத்தூர்லயும் வந்துட்டு நிறைய கேர்ள்ஸ் ஜாயின் பண்ணுவாங்கன்னு நம்புறோம். கோயம்புத்தூர் வந்துட்டு ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் கிரிக்கெட் பொறுத்த வரைக்கும். ஆல்மோஸ்ட் ஆன் பார் வித் சென்னை சொல்லலாம். கோயம்புத்தூர் எப்போதுமே ரொம்ப ஸ்ட்ராங் கிரிக்கெட்டிங் டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட். அதனால வந்துட்டு கோயம்புத்தூர் இருக்கிற டேலண்ட்டையும் வந்துட்டு நாங்கள் ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணி அவங்களையும் அந்த நல்ல லெவல் ஆட வைக்கணும்ன்றது தான் எங்களோட எய்ம் இங்க அகாடமி செட்டப் பண்றது.
I think already there are enough players in the initial setup. So in the auction, I'm sure they'll find someone who's really good. I think eventually that has to happen, but I personally would prefer one captain for white ball and one for red ball. So because it's more or less the same players playing the white ball cricket, I think one captain will be really good.
Whom do you think as future key players to win ICC trophies?
Future key players, obviously the team which has won the gold medal in Asian Games, that team is really good. I think they have some fantastic talent in that side, and that combined with few in the main side now, I think that will be the great combination.
Particularly any person?
Particularly, I mean, it is hard to mention few guys, but in batsmen, definitely Rutu will be the key, and maybe Rinku Singh, Tilak Verma, all these youngsters who are there right now. I think along with Surya, they'll be really formidable.
So do you think after Maibai, Ruturaj will be the capable captain for leading CSK in future?
I mean, I believe that to be the case, and Maibai knows better, so he will take a call.
Already tried with Jadeja.
No, Maibai knows better. He'll take a call, but I feel Rutu has good potential.
Couple of questions. Rendu question if.
With regard to this World Cup tournament recently concluded, India could not end the final match. What would be the reason for it? Because they had won all the league matches. Finally, they had lost it. What would be the reason from your point of view?
I think it's just one cricket game that we have lost, and despite of us playing so well throughout maybe a month and a half, so one bad day can happen, and Yeah, I don't blame the side or anything for that. Maybe the conditions didn't really suit us, the wicket and stuff. But that's not an excuse because we are good enough to play on any condition. So I think more or less, I think it's just one bad day.
So conditions mean it's the pressure or it's the emotion?
No, I don't think it's the pressure. I think it was the surface that we played on didn't really suit us because we've been playing on really good surfaces throughout the tournament, and suddenly in the finals we come up on a wicket that was really lethargic and slow. So I think that took us by surprise, especially our batsmen, and eventually it got better later on in the night. That helped the Australian side chase the runs easy, but I mean, it's not an excuse as such, but things happen like that.
Final question.
So, I feel actually we tell the guys like who are the players what you want to be in CSK?
I mean, we as it is have a great side, going into this year's IPL. So I'm sure anybody that they bring on will only add more value to the side. And I don't really have any names, but I'm sure they'll do a great job.
2013 ICC Champions Trophy, ICC title, but our players are dominating in a line but still in the final semi we missed it. So what is the fact?
No, I'm sure eventually that will start happening because as these youngsters are coming, they're really, they're really talented, really good. Initially, we used to have 2 or 3 really good players in the side. That has come to about 7 or 8. Now it's total 11. So eventually, we'll start. We are already dominating sides, and we'll also start winning tournaments.
Final question.
Sir, your view on the issue fuming around in social media, the same thing, the captaincy issue going in Mumbai Indians.
I think that is for Mumbai Indians, their staff, their supporters, for them to deal with it. I think, I mean, I don't have any opinion on that.
You have already mentioned that Mumbai franchise is only about the team, not about the players. But it's happening totally reversing.
I mean, I'll have to really.
Blaming their jerseys. Lots of toxic comments over there.
Then playing 11 says for other also, I think mentioned one.
Heartbreaking,
yeah, that one.
Maybe, I mean, he didn't mean any of this. I don't think anything has been said directly, so I no idea, honestly.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Do you see any changes in this coming IPL season for CSK?
No, changes meaning obviously the few players, the bench Stokes is not available, have retired. So there are few slots that have to be filled, and I'm sure they are working towards it, and we'll have a great side this year. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for 5 shots.
For the entertainment. Also, I'd like to thank the secretary closely with the secretary in promoting cricket in Coimbatore. Coimbatore is a very important district. It is almost on.
Thank you. Mr. Ajal,
If you could address the gathering, please. Thank you.
அனைவரும் நண்பர்களுக்கு வணக்கம். Mr. Ambathi Rayudu sir, Mr. Louis sir, Mr. Soundararajan sir, it is a great pleasure to have you all amongst us and members of the press. All a great moment today. We are extremely proud and thrilled to be in partnership with the Super Kings Academy.
Good afternoon, one and all distinguished guests on this dais. I'm actually very, very happy to be here. So we have tried to get Super Kings Academy to Andhra as well, but it is taking a little time. But Coimbatore is lucky. So I would say really fortunate, because as growing up as a cricketer, you know, to get these facilities to practice is a dream. And I'm sure a lot of good cricketers will come up from Coimbatore using the facilities, especially having turf wickets and also having speciality coaching. And you know, they can learn being a professional at a very early age. And personally, me, I think I have learned how to be a professional or learnt about professional sport only when I was about 17 or 18. But kids now, with the help of CSK and all the coaching staff, they can learn it at a very, very early age, and it will really help them not only represent Tamil Nadu but India in the future. And I'm sure you know, CSK has been doing a lot to give back to the sport and to give back to its fans. We have seen junior CSK teams as well. We have seen many players go on to play for IPL teams as well as for India. So I think it's a great initiative from CSK, and I congratulate the partners, and I'm sure it will be a successful venture for them as well. And I'm hoping that Coimbatore in the near future will produce a lot of players, not only for Tamil Nadu, but I'm sure a lot of international players as well in the future. Thank you so much. Thanks. We're going to miss. Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be very new, because for the last 14 years I've been part of every IPL that has been played, and I'm going to miss CSK more than anything, the team atmosphere, and I'm sure I'll get used to it eventually.
Is there any special role given to you by CSK management after your retirement? For upcoming days?
Not yet, but maybe you know, in the future. Yeah.
Next one, please. Thank you. Anyone else? Any other questions?
Lot of people and fans were talking about the 2 balls in the last over IPL last 2023. But before that, one or 2 overs before that, you played the big shots. That 5 balls is most important thing for CSK's title. Of course, people are talking and they were remembering, but those 5 things, the shots are most important. So when you look at this particular thing, still that fever is there. So how do you feel about this particular moment?
I think the whole final was pretty dramatic. You know, it was going on for 2.5 days and 2.5 nights actually, 2 nights. So I think it was special. I feel this final we actually stole it from Gujarat Titans. It was theirs to win, but we didn't give up till the end. And it's hats off to everybody in our team, everybody's contribution, even in a bowling unit, how we restricted them in the end. So it was a complete team effort, I would say.
Sir, your thought on recent changes in Mumbai Indians team?
I think it's better to let them deal with it.
Few years later, you have mentioned, in an interview that Mumbai Indians as a fan based on the team, not on a particular player or a particular place. So,
No, I mean, see, if you have someone like Maiba in your side, obviously you will be his fan first, then the teams. But in the case of Mumbai Indians, it's always been around the franchisee and the city as a whole. And I think they will eventually move on to whatever has happened and let them deal with it, as I said.
Do you believe CSK will win title this year too, 2024?
I believe and I really want CSK to win this year's title, and I'm sure they're very much prepared for the auction, and sure we'll field a great side this year.
Sir, actually, I hope that you was here. I hope that you was the person who was a fan and watching MS Dhoni's IPL's moment and all that. You was being part of with him. Now you're out of every formats. Now you're watching. You're gonna watch again that as a fan to MS batting again. What do you feel about this particular moment? Fan being partner and again to in the fan zone.
I think his knees have lasted more than mine. my knees were gone. I don't know for how long they will last, but as long as they last, I'm sure he'll do brilliantly for us, especially more than his batting that and keeping that has always been brilliant. I think the major part is how he grooms youngsters and also how he takes the team forward and keeps the atmosphere really healthy in the dressing room. I think once he goes out, that is the biggest challenge for CSK. But I've always enjoyed watching him play, and I hope he plays for another 5 years. No, I'm saying I hope he plays for another 5 years.
Okay, that's the headline for the day. Next one, please.
I mean, see, obviously the management, they would look at it, but my personal choice, I think, would be any youngster who is coming up, who can lead the team for, say, 7 or 8 years going forward. And ideally, at this moment, the guys that, CSK has, I think Rutu would be a good choice.
Okay, sir.
Still Mahiba is there in team. Do you think any other future to fulfill that spot?
I don't think anybody can replace him. So we have to, adjust the team accordingly and maybe finish games a little early, because I don't think anybody has the skill to do what he does and what he has been doing for so many years. So I think a strategy has to be slightly different.
Right.
So you actually here. Sorry. So the BCCI actually already announced that the number 7 is going to be retired. But you wants that with number 7 Dhoni play for the next 5 years.
Yeah, in the IPL. Definitely for CSK.
See, the things
I don't
like,
think anybody would wear number 7 after Mahiba in CSK. I don't think that should happen.
yeah, it's not. I'm just talking. I mean, asking about like it's retired for the number only, not for him. So that
Okay. Yeah. I mean, eventually he will retire one day, and the number also should retire with him.
Okay.
Even for CSK.
Yeah.
A
Sir,
question?
actually, the T20 format is there already, but the planning for T10, T10, it's only for 10 hours game.
I have no idea about it.
Okay, I have a question before we go next. You being a cricketer in the Indian system for so many years, how important is it to develop cricket in the districts? I know we've made a lot of strides in the last 10-15 years, but in the future as well, with so much talent coming up through the IPL and the other systems, how important is it that we go deeper into the districts and get
Of
more
course,
talent?
it is extremely important because there is so much talent in India. There is so much talent in rural areas, and it's just the lack of opportunity and the lack of facilities that it's not seen. So with academies, with CSK coming up with such an academy, it will unearth so much talent. It will unearth good cricketers who will eventually go on to do great things for Indian cricket. And I think it should be done in every state. So yeah, hopefully CSK Academy comes to Andhra soon, sir.
So maximum that academies in city only, but people were talking about the talents in rural also, but they have no access to be part of it like this, and also that money is a big factor to be part of kind of things actually. So what supposed to do by the people from the government side and also that the cricket side?
Yeah, I mean, definitely government support is required to honor talent from especially village levels, to bring up maybe, develop some infrastructure and tie up with academies like CSK and get things done. That is what we are trying to do in Andhra. And also there is a big sports fest that is happening in Andhra relating to the same thing. It's called Ardham Andhra, and that is to unearth, sportsmen from village levels, constituency levels, mandal district levels. So I think even in Tamil Nadu it will be a great thing to do. And in partnership, if you have, partners like CSK, then you can have scouts, you can have coaches, you can identify talent and get them to academies and, get them coached and make them into much better cricketers.
Nice. We'll take a couple of questions from the digital press before we ask our TV friends.
Sir, one more please. I just, that your jersey color makes me to ask this particular question. We missed that West Indies team in the last ICC tournament, but West Indies is one of the biggest rulers in cricket. But how you missed in this particular tournament there, guys? Because their celebration, everything is different from the other nations and all that. So even Chika mentioned that particular thing. So
I think they definitely missed if they're not playing a World Cup, but it is entirely on them because they could not qualify, and it is not like somebody has put them away. They could not qualify, but going forward in the T20 World Cup, I think they'll be a very, very good team to play against.
Thank you. One more. Yes, please.
Sir, the moment of handling the pressure in any crucial matches or final matches will be more. How will be handling the pressure?
So I think handling pressure is about keeping things simple and knowing what to do when. So that comes with experience as well as playing a lot of matches. So handling pressure is nothing but focusing on the task at hand. Like as a batsman, what do you need to do? Focus on the ball. So that is all you can do. You cannot be thinking too much. So I think that is how you can handle pressure easily. Yeah.
Thank you. We request the TV media to come forward if they want to just have some bites.